You are watching Ohio Valley Conference Women's Soccer on ESPN+. Going to be live from Houck Stadium in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Today's matchup is between the 2-3-3 Little Rock Trojans and the 0-10 Southeast Missouri State Redhawks. Alongside of me is Tyler Messenger. I'm Ryan Tate. The officials are at midfield. The starting lineup's about ready to get underway. And Kyler, who are some of the players to watch tonight?
Yeah, Ryan, the players to watch tonight are presented by Jostens. Jostens, the official recognition company of the OVC. Let's take a look at our home team, the Redhawks, first. You know the name, midfielder Justy Nelson, the senior, adding another goal in not the most previous game, but the one before that, getting her third goal of the game against UMKC. She's got 15 shots and 8 points so far on the season. Nelson, a great start for the Redhawks. And over on the Trojan side for Little Rock, we got to watch out for Maria Schuler, the team leader in goals. Not only leads the team in goals, Ryan, also leads the team in assists. Schuler, a fantastic player, 6 goals on 28 shots so far this season.
Schuler is the player to watch for Little Rock. The Redhawks trying to get the ball into the net. Only twice in the 10 games this season have the Redhawks been able to score. They scored opening night against Evansville. They lost 4-3. Then they lost 4-3 against UMKC. A month later, the Redhawks went an entire month without scoring.
An interesting kind of scoring pattern for the Redhawks. They have either scored 0 goals or 3 goals so far this season. Nothing in between, Ryan. So it will be interesting today to see if maybe the Redhawks can get a new goal variant.
As you can see, players are now being introduced. We're going to step away for a quick break. When we come back, opening kickoff between the Little Rock Trojans and the Southeast Missouri State Redhawks. You are watching Ohio Valley Conference Women's Soccer on ESPN+.
Are you ready to take your money to new heights? Get a flexible high-yield checking account that lets you customize your interest rate so you can keep your finances headed in the right direction. With Elevate Checking from United Fidelity Bank, you're in control of how much you earn. You can raise your rate with a few easy steps. Get more ways to earn more with Elevate Checking and start earning 4.00% APY. Learn more at unitedfidelity.com/elevate or visit your local banking center.
In Kentucky, we're moving forward together. Our businesses are winning, and our families are thriving. Because Kentucky is a place where business is fast, but the pace of life is just right. Now, we're looking at a new Kentucky, one where good jobs and a good life are possible for everyone. Y'all interested? We don't blame you. So come explore your new Kentucky home.
What's it like to be a student athlete in the OVC? We rise to challenges and challenge others to rise with us. We show respect. We lead by example. In the OVC, we become champions on and off the field. That's OVC Sports, and you've got to OVC it.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
Member FDIC.
Ready for a local getaway that feels like a world of its own? Escape the ordinary and discover the charm of Southern Illinois. With local wineries, live concerts, farmers markets, and scenic trails to explore, there's an adventure tailored for every taste bud and passion. Our breathtaking lakes offer endless possibilities for adventure. Rent boats, jet skis, or kayaks, and explore our world. Visit Southern Illinois. Start your adventure today.
Are you ready to take your money?
Welcome back. You are watching Ohio Valley Conference Women's Soccer on ESPN Plus, coming to you live from Houck Stadium in Cape Girardeau. It's the Little Rock Trojans versus the Southeast Missouri State Redhawks. I'm Ryan Tate, alongside of me, Kyler Messenger. Kyler, let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's match.
Let's go ahead and do that. For your home team, the SEMO Redhawks, starting goaler Madison Geisler did not get to start last game, but she's going to get the start today. She's back in goal. For your forwards, you got Markovic and Kerner leading the team. On the midfield and defense side, Macy Hockett, Justy Nelson, Carson Bonensteel, Laya Amat, Zoe Houston, and the team is headed out by Hagenmiller, Klinkhart, and Emma Cloud. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the Little Rock Trojans starting lineup now. In goal, their senior goalkeeper, Peyton Urban. Then on the defense, you got Jetney Cook, Mary Ratcliffe. And to bring out the rest of the roster, you got Tak, Schuler, Nahone, Kilderly, Turner, Centeno, Rogan, and Silvestro in the midfield. We got a matchup today ahead of us, Ryan. Both of these teams, second OVC matchup, bringing these rosters to play OVC matchups now for the rest of the year.
So what are some of the keys to the match presented by German American Bank?
Keys to the match, German American Bank, backed by people. The keys to the match for SEMO is they need to play an all-around game. We talked to Coach Klein before the game. SEMO's had some of these games where they've pieced together good defense, and they've had games where they pieced together good offense, but we haven't necessarily seen a team focus on that synergy where we've seen them all. So for SEMO, we're going to need an all-around game. And for Little Rock, we talked to Coach before the game, and they just want to start fast. They want to come out here and score goals fast. Obviously, you want to play the full 90. You want to finish this game out, but Little Rock's key to the game is to start fast. That was presented to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. And
now, let's talk about the starting goalies, because we had a change before the start of this match.
We did. The starting goalie for SEMO is going to be Madison Geisler. We've seen SEMO work in 3 different goalies so far this season, that being Geisler, Rimmer, and even starting forward today, Kayla Kerner. Geisler gets the start today for the Redhawks. As you said, we saw a little bit of a last-minute scratch from Rimmer. Geisler gets to start today. As you see on board, she's got a 71% saving percentage so far this season. And on the other side for the Trojans, Peyton Urban is getting the start in the goal. The senior from Austin, Texas, has got 28 saves so far on the year. And she's saving shots 65% of the time so far, Ryan. A great goalie matchup between these teams. And oh man, am I excited to watch some soccer today.
Today's starting goalies are presented by Kentucky Tourism. Come explore your new Kentucky home. Just moments away from kickoff here from Houck Stadium as the Trojans are taking on the SEMO Redhawks, the first home OVC matchup of the season for the Redhawks. They've had one other OVC matchup. They faced Lindenwood earlier this week and lost to them 1-0. So it'll be the Redhawks in their traditional home jerseys, the white with the red trim, and it'll be the Trojans of Little Rock in their darker jerseys, in the black jerseys with the red numbers. A much more comfortable and beautiful night here in Cape Girardeau compared to what we've had to start this season. It has been hot. We've had to have mandatory water breaks halfway between in each half, but not tonight. It's going to be a beautiful night here in Cape Girardeau, and we are underway from Houck Stadium.
Macy Hockett getting the start tonight. Starting that game off, getting Nelson the ball.
So it's going to be the Redhawks who offensively have struggled this season. We've mentioned their issues in getting the ball in the net. They've only had 10, they played 10 games, only 6 goals, and only twice have they actually scored in any of those games. So ball control will be something that the Redhawks want to do, and they give the ball away in the midfield here before getting it back.
See Markovic working in the middle, feeds that ball out to the outside, and a great ball there for Justy Nelson.
Nelson on the left wing gets the ball taken away, and it will be, and Nelson already down, and we already have an injury timeout as the officials are calling for the bench to take a look at Justy Nelson.
Looks like Justy Nelson was knocked down by Jetney Cook on that one of the Trojans. Nelson had a great feed from her teammate in the midfield. Nelson breaks away and Cook caught up to her on that one.
Well, you mentioned you were talking with Coach Klein earlier. He wanted to be aggressive, right? And that would be a good example of what we've seen so far there. That was a very aggressive play as the Redhawks get the first corner of the match.
Absolutely. Coach Klein has got to love what he's seeing. We saw this SEMO team, kind of take a turn against Lindenwood, a very good Lindenwood roster. SEMO did end up losing 1-0, but this team was tied at half, and they played nice offensively. Coach Klein really wants to focus on that offense today, make sure that this team is up and moving, and we see him doing so, getting the first corner.
45 seconds into the match, corner for the Redhawks. In the middle, ball taken away and grabbed by Peyton Urban, controlled by the Trojans. That was Emily Baker with the corner kick for the Redhawks.
Urban with the lefty boot back there in goal.
And so far in the first minute of this match, we have seen more aggressiveness from the SEMO side.
Seeing tons of aggressiveness from Zarina Markovic, making plays. Team's second leader in shots on goal. She hasn't put one in the back of the net so far in this season, but definitely a player to watch to get a goal.
Cloud with the throw in.
Cook gets ahead on it.
So it'll remain Red Hawk ball in their side, in the Trojan side of the pitch. Cloud to throw it in again. Nelson kicks it back. Hagen-Miller into the center. Header. Cleared off to the side. The Redhawks remain in control. Centering pass. Markovic looking for some help. Hagen-Miller inside. Excellent run by Bonensteel. Just wasn't able to, just ahead of her. Another good scoring opportunity for the Redhawks.
Great offense we're seeing so far from SEMO. Good passing, good shots. You saw Markovic get her head on that ball earlier before Hagen-Miller got her foot on it. Great offense so far from SEMO.
Again, the Redhawks have had trouble keeping sustained offense most of this season. So here in the first couple of minutes, they've actually had that. Kerner rushes back to try to protect on the defensive side as the Trojans have their first offensive look of the match. Schuler sent it in, gets knocked away. It'll be a goal kick for the Redhawks.
You see Geisler and Kerner both back there. Kerner much familiar with this goalkeeping space in this season. I mean, what a player Kerner is. 3 years starting forward here for SEMO, now a fourth-year player. Getting starts at the goal and at forward as she kicks that ball off.
And so Redhawks trying to stay aggressive on the offensive end. Markovic to Nelson. Ball kick knocked away, but it'll be Little Rock ball. Again, just underway here from Houck Stadium. 0-0 between the Trojans and the Redhawks.
This is a SEMO team that's coming off of 2 losses, trying to get their foot back in the door. Coming off of a little bit more than 2 losses, but the 2 most recent losses this week against number 23 ranked Xavier in the entire nation, and then against their OVC opponent Lindenwood. Lost 6-0 to Xavier, and then only lost 1-0 to Lindenwood. Over on the other side, Little Rock's coming off of 2 ties, trying to get a win in the column here.
Yeah, the match against Xavier was over quickly. The Musketeers scored 4 minutes into the match and put 6 goals on the scoreboard to overwhelm the Redhawks. First corner of the night for the Trojans. In the middle, header, all nicely done, almost in there onto the corner, just went wide. It'll be a goal kick for the Redhawks. And it looks like Madison Geisler might have gone down, and they're taking a look at her now as she sits there and grabbing, looks like her ankle.
It is not at all the sight you want to see for the Redhawks, Ryan. Most definitely something to monitor.
Originally, Holly Remmer was going to be the starting goalkeeper for, and now
That is Rimmer in goal.
It is Rimmer in goal. We were told that it was going to be Madison Geisler in goal, but it is number 0, Holly Rimmer, who is in goal for the Redhawks. So initially she was in the starting lineup, then we were told she was not, and as we start this match, she is in the starting lineup. So it's Holly Rimmer from Liverpool, England, in net for the Redhawks.
And no assumptions are to be made from the broadcast crew. We don't know what's going on with Rimmer. We did see her just recently go down with holding her ankle, so something to monitor. Maybe that was the reason this team scratched her, maybe it wasn't. But Rimmer's back there holding her ankle.
Cloud with another throw-in. And the Redhawks continue marching down the field along the sidelines. We're 5 minutes into the match, and we are still scoreless. Cloud looking for Markovic, gets it knocked away. Guido back to Nelson. And the Redhawks reset the offense. And a foul against the Trojans. It'll be a free kick for SEMO.
They're beating up on Jussie Nelson out there today. We see her on the ground once again, the 5'1 midfielder, always playing scrappy. I mean, always playing scrappy.
Kerner to Cloud. Cloud sends it towards the goal box. Header on the way. Scooped up easily by Urban.
And Emma Cloud, a defender who we usually see on that backside near the goal, moving up on the outside a little bit today. Just something that we talked with Coach Klein about that we would be seeing today, that offense aggressively pushing.
Kerner back on D, just knocks it away. It'll be a throw-in for the Trojans. They are moving fast on the offensive end. Knocked away, second corner of the night for Little Rock. When they are on the offensive end, they are looking for Maria Schuler. She's got 6 goals and 3 assists on the season. Short corner into the net. Goal kick for the Redhawks.
Talked about Schuler leading the team in goals. Little Rock without their second leading goal scorer, Amaya Arias, today. Not in the lineup for the Trojans, but nonetheless still got plenty of goal scorers. Schuler with 6 goals. Maggie Turner, who's got 4 goals, is in the game. Even Kildary's got 3 goals. This team has weapons, but SEMO's done a good job so far at stopping them.
Yeah, most of the action so far been on the front foot of the Redhawks. And they're going to take it down. They're going to try to control it out of their end and up the field, something they've struggled with on the season. Just ball control for the Redhawks. Most of the offense on the season has been on their defensive side of the ball. We're going to have a foul against the Trojans. It'll be a free kick.
We saw Carson Bonensteel go down on that one. Got trucked by the defender, to be completely transparent.
So Bonensteel and Nelson down a couple of times. First couple of fouls of the game against the Trojans. Kerner to send it in. Aims for the front of the goal box. Header on net. Grabbed by Urban and cleared. And the Trojans looking to move fast. They turn defense into offense. And we have a Trojan player go down in the box. No foul called. You can see the reaction from some of the fans. They were looking for something on one way or the other. Instead, it'll be a throw-in for the Trojans. Centering pass, loose, and cleared away. Goal kick for the Redhawks. Distance, goal! Off of Rimmer's hand. It was almost, the Trojans just sent it on net. Rimmer, looking towards where the sun is setting here in Cape Girardeau, had the ball bounce off of her mitts over her head and into the back of the net. The first shot on goal for the Trojans is a goal. It's 1-0 Little Rock. From 25 yards out.
What a shot there by the Trojans. I mean, from nearly midfield, what a goal there by the forward, Jada Centeno, getting the first points of the day.
So you got to wonder if Rimmer may have lost it in the sun. You can see the sunlight on the field. Their only part is really there in the goal mouth on the SEMO end. You wonder if it was the sun that got in her eyes and she just misplayed it, or if the speed of the kick forced her to misplay it. But either way, it bounces off of her gloves and into the back of the net. The Trojans get on the board and lead 1-0.
I mean, yeah, Ryan, to your point, you look at that net. I mean, you can literally see the shadow on that. Half of it separated by sunlight, half of it shadowed. Difficult for Remmer or anybody back there, but what a shot from Centeno. Like you said, 25 yards out. I mean, what a beam from her, just right to the back of the net.
And now Little Rock with another corner. And the two previous corners on their set pieces have been close.
Little Rock's third corner of the day.
To the front of the net, headed away by the Redhawks and cleared by SEMO. So in the 10-minute mark of the first half, Little Rock gets on the board first. They lead SEMO 1-0. And again, the Redhawks playing from behind. It's where they've played most of the season. They did jump up on Kansas City. Their couple of home game, their previous home game, they were able to jump up on Kansas City and grab a lead. It was the only time they had led this entire season. The Redhawks have spent most of the season playing from behind, and they have to again tonight. Throw in for the Redhawks.
Talk about that UMKC, Ryan. That was a game where SEMO scored, tied their season high 3 goals. 1 goal by Justy Nelson, 2 goals assisted by Justy Nelson. She had a fantastic game there against the UMKC Rouge.
Redhawks are on a rush trying to clear it out of their own end.
Looks like the pass was to Laya Amat up there, but SEMO does retain possession as Emma Cloud runs in to come throw this ball in.
So she has Amat to the left, goes more towards the front of the net. Markovic back to Cloud. Cloud centers. Houston backs it out. Redhawks looking to get something in at the front of the net. Little 1-2 action on the right side. Knocked away. It'll be a corner kick for the Redhawks. So the Redhawks trying to start something offensively, have a little bit more movement than we've seen in previous games, and certainly a lot more aggressiveness.
Although they are down 1-0, as we take a look at their second corner of the game, hitting all of the game plans that Coach Klein is working on.
But that one hits the back of the net. And it'll be a goal kick for the Trojans.
We talked about SEMO playing aggressive, and they are doing that today. Scoreboard doesn't necessarily reflect it at the moment, but this team has been dominating possession. They have been on the offensive side of the ball most of this match.
Redhawks officially with just 1 shot on goal, although most of the action has been on the Trojan side of the field, of the pitch. Cloud to throw it in. Pocket has it knocked away. Markovic leaves it for Cloud. So again, the Redhawks Cloud tried to find Hockett, instead threw it over her head. Urban with the save. So Little Rock withdraws in their last 2 matches, including one against Tennessee Tech in their OVC opener. They're averaging more than almost 2.5 goals per game, and they're averaging 16 shots on game. They've only got 1 shot here in the first 15 minutes. but it ended up being a goal.
Ryan, this Little Rock team, the only team so far in the OVC who has a positive goal differential. 18 goals scored so far in the season for the Trojans, 16 allowed. They got a +2 net differential right now. Only team in the OVC with a positive differential. Little Rock finished second in the OVC last year, and they're having a real strong campaign to start this 2025 season.
Hockett tried to leave it for Amat, and instead got it knocked away. Cloud tries to keep it in the Trojan side of the pitch, and it will remain SEMO ball. So we approach the 15-minute mark here in the first half. Little Rock 1, SEMO nothing. Schuler sprinting upfield, tries a centering pass right to Rimmer. So Schuler is the focal point of the offense. She's going to key at both scoring and assists. And so far, the Redhawks have tried to keep the ball away from her. Turner clears the defensive end. Tries to lay it out for Hockett. Taken away by Cloud, who gets it taken away right away as the action stays in the midfield. Redhawks tried to find bonus steal right in the middle. Gets the ball knocked away, but it'll remain SEMO ball. The Redhawks have never lost to Little Rock. This is the 8th time these two schools have played. SEMO was, the last 2 matchups have actually resulted in a tie. Last season they ended the game 0-0, and it was 1-1 in 2023.
I mean, these matchups goes back to 1999, Ryan. Their first matchup was back in 1999. Now we know Little Rock, as of 2022, an official OVC member. They are now in their 3rd year in the OVC. So these teams now playing each other every year will be playing much more often than just this 8th time this game.
The first time they played, 1999, the first season of women's soccer here at Southeast Missouri State University.
And SEMO ended up getting that win. They won against Little Rock in 1999, 1-0. Their last 2 games, as you mentioned, between SEMO and Little Rock resulted in ties last year and in 2023. Both of these teams trying to get a different result.
So a lot of pressure from the Redhawks as Little Rock is able to keep it away. So much of the action now in the middle of the field as we reach the 17-minute mark here in the first half.
Ryan, if you're SEMO, are you content with a tie? I mean, this is a team that is 0-10, is looking for any sort of numbers on the board. Obviously, you're not going to be happy with a tie, but are your team content with that?
I mean, the Redhawks need to find the back of the net. Now, if that leads to ties or wins, does not matter. They've just struggled so mightily offensively this year that finding some rhythm offensively should probably be their number one issue, their number one priority. And they just haven't been able to. They just haven't been able to put the ball in the back of the net.
Absolutely. I mean, you got to give credit. This coaching staff is doing a good job with the roster that they have. They've been injured. This team. We saw Rimmer. We see different goalies coming in. We've seen different lineups every game, different formations. You got a whole brand new coaching staff. Head coach John Klein in his first year, and every single one of his assistants also in their first year, that being Carter Redford, Justin McMullen, and graduate assistant Cesar Sancho, all in their first year.
Yeah, it's a brand new coaching staff for the Redhawks as John Klein comes to Cape Girardeau from Columbia, Missouri, where he was the men's and women's soccer coach for the Columbia College.
And SEMO assistant Carter Redford, his former player, he brings one of his former men's players over to coach for SEMO. And then, of course, if you're a local Cape Girardian or a Jaxian, I don't know if those are the right terminologies. I just wanted to make that up. Anyway, Justin McMullen, the former Jackson High School soccer coach, now coaching at SEMO, coaching some of his former players, such as Justy Nelson and Maya Domian.
Nelson finds Cloud. Cloud with the centering pass. Unable to make the connection, but the Redhawks still have it. Ball knocked away. So Redhawks try to keep it in the Trojan side of the field. Zoe Houston on that side of the field. Centering pass. Bogensteel. Bogensteel kicks it to the outside. Redhawks trying to get the ball into the center of the field again, trying to start something, trying to get a little motion offensively, something moving, at least putting the ball on the net. Instead, Schuler back the other way for the Trojans. And after that first soft goal given up by Rimmer, they are just going to hit the ball onto the net as much as possible and test her out.
Absolutely, and Schuler's definitely looking to make an impact. You can see reasons as to why she is their leading goal scorer and assister, just getting her foot on the ball offensively.
Knocked away, it'll be another corner for the Trojans. So it's Little Rock with 2 shots on net here in the first part of this first half. The Redhawks with only 1. And it's another corner. Emily Nahun with the left foot corner kick. Sends it in. Headed out by the Redhawks. And cleared by SEMO.
And it was Nahun with the corner. And SEMO gains possession back. SEMO has got 1 shot on this game, and that 1 shot was a shot on goal. So they're shooting 1,000% right now on their shot on goal percentage. Just haven't hit the net. Definitely looking to get more shots on the board. As we talked about, Ryan, this team just itching for some offense.
Nelson gets the ball knocked away. It'll be SEMO ball. The Redhawks with the throw in.
Justy Nelson with the ball.
So we're now built up by the Redhawks. Cloud looking left side, now switches back to the right. Doesn't get a lot of air on that one. Ball loose in the middle. Knocked away by the Trojan defense.
Houston's going to get a hold of this one.
Houston drops it off centers. Little touch shot right on the net.
Almost
a redirection
by Macy Hockett on that one. It was Hockett getting a shot up almost on target. A difficult shot, tried to angle her foot in the correct direction, and it went the right way, just not on goal.
Yeah, Hockett with the redirection. Just can't get it on the net. So the Redhawks regain possession in the midfield. Amat has Markovic in the center. Ball headed out. Nelson tries to keep it in. Instead, it's the Trojans who try to, again, get the ball out of their zone. Kayla Kerner keeps the possession for the Redhawks. Hockett with the header, goes past Nelson. Now it'll be Trojan ball. Schuler, nice touch pass. Kerner rushes back on the defense for the Redhawks. Shot on goal, saved by Remmer. Excellent save by Holly Remmer. Makes up for the soft goal that she gave up. That was a nice save.
Great save on that one. You saw the defense from Kayla Kerner. Maybe got tangled up. Don't know exactly what happened on that one, but Rimmer with a save on that one.
Looking for Schuler. Ball gets knocked away by Kerner. Here's the replay. Remmer stayed big, got her left leg out there. Excellent save with the left foot.
You know, Ryan, as a goalie, you're allowed to touch the ball, but who needs that? Holly Rimmer doesn't need that. Block it with her body if you can.
Well, she got big out there, and she was able to. And now she is down. Don't know if maybe, let's say, again, we're just assuming, let's say the ball might have hit her knee. She's down. Madison Geisler making her way in to replace her in goal for the Redhawks. Rimmer went down in the first part of the first half. Whether she was stepped on or twisted an ankle, that she was able to get back up and continue. But after that save, she is not going to be able to continue, at least as of right now, which means she's going to be replaced by Madison Geisler, who has had a number of starts already this season.
Both of these girls having great games. We talk about Rimmer a little bit. This injury really hurts Rimmer especially. She's somebody who comes out of goal as a goalie. We talked to Coach Klein. He said his favorite part about Holly Rimmer is just that she can use her feet as a goalie. She uses her feet all the time and really just gets out there. But now we got Madison Geisler, also a veteran goalie to this squad, has started multiple games so far in this season, and now she's going to come in and see what she can do.
And you went through some of the stats early on Geisler. You still got some of those numbers?
We do, Ryan. Just give me 1 second on that one. Geisler, so far in this season, has allowed 6 goals. She's allowed 6 goals. She's also made 17 saves.
So Geisler from Manchester, Missouri, went to Parkway South as the training staff helps Holly Rimmer off the pitch. So it's Geisler who's had a number of starts this season. This was Rimmer's second start, correct?
This was Rimmer's second start, and we got now an official updated stat report for Madison Geisler. Whatever I said before was incorrect, Ryan. I do apologize. Madison Geisler now getting her 6th appearance so far this season. She started 5 games. Now she's getting her first game where she hasn't started. As you see Rimmer being held off here with no weight on her leg. Hopefully everything's all right with her. Geisler has allowed 17 goals, but on the contrary has made 43 saves. Geisler so far this year saving 71% of the shots that she's seeing.
So with 21:32 remaining here in the first half, it's Madison Geisler who goes into the game for the Red Hawks. It'll be the Red Hawks with possession.
An injury always sucks. You don't want to have to keep switching these players back and forth. But the silver lining in this is that SEMO was ready to start Geisler anyway. It looked like SEMO was going to start Geisler. We got word that they were going to scratch Rimmer before the game started, and then they kept Rimmer in the game. Hopefully Rimmer is all right. But Madison Geisler getting in the game like she might have earlier.
So the official puts the ball back into play. Here in the first half, Little Rock 1, SEMO 0. Out of bounds, it'll be Trojan ball.
So far this season, SEMO is allowing 14 goals in the first period to opponents. Adding that up to 15 here. Hoping to keep that at 15, though. SEMO hoping to keep Little Rock at just 1 and add to their only 3 goals in the first period so far this season.
So despite the aggressiveness shown by the Red Hawk offense to start this match, they have been unable to get the ball on the net, being outshot here by the Trojans in the first half.
Cook hits that one out of bounds for the Trojans.
And outshot is what happens in many of these games for the Red Hawks. Their last loss to Lindenwood 1-0. They were outshot 22-9 by the Lions. Cloud with the header. Trojan ball, turnover at the midfield. Nelson to Bonensteel. Bonensteel clears it in, but nobody home. Pocket at the point for the Red Hawks. As the Trojans clear it from their end as we are under 20 minutes to go here in the first half. Little Rock 1, SEMO 0.
SEMO 6 goals on the season. Little Rock now at 19, adding their 19th one in the first period. Little Rock has more goals in this season so far. This team only 2-3-3. Already more goals this season than they had last season, and they were second in the OVC last season. This team coming out to score, and big credit to Madison Schuler, who we can see on the screen right now, having a fantastic season. It's Maria Schuler. There's Maria Schuler. Making that play on that one.
Wins the ball back. Bonensteel takes it away from her. And the Red Hawks are able to clear. Emily Baker preparing to check in for the Red Hawks. Silvestro, right wing. Looking to center.
Taking a couple passes there.
Bonensteel playing some solid defense. And it'll be a goal kick for the Redhawks.
Geisler will get the goal kick. As we mentioned before, we saw Rimmer go out. We'll keep you updated with anything that we hear on that one. But SEMO now having their second goalie of the game.
So the sunshine that had enveloped most of the pitch to start this match has gone away as the sun is setting here in Cape Girardeau. Again, soft goal given up by Rimmer. We're assuming that the sun may have played a part in that one. Otherwise, it was just a really, really soft goal given up by Rimmer as the Trojans lead 1-0. Turner gets the ball taken away.
In for the Redhawks, number 4, Rachel Kretzer.
Goal kick for the Redhawks. 17 and a half minutes to go here in the first half. Alongside Kyler Messenger, I'm Brian Tate. Here from Houck Stadium in Cape Girardeau, it's the Little Rock Trojans 1, SEMO 0. The goal by Claire Silvestro for the Trojans. Baker gets the ball taken away. Kerner's able to go from defense to offense. Cloud with some room on the left side. Senior pushes it forward. Center, header, goal! Here's the replay. Hagenmuller puts it in the back of the net, and we are tied at 1.
Haley Hagenmuller with her first goal of the season. That's a time to have it. Tying this matchup in the first period, as we just talked about, SEMO being outscored by their opponents in the first period. Now tied up with the Trojans. Hagenmuller, first goal of the season, only on her 5th shot.
Rachel Kretzer into the match for the Redhawks. So the Redhawks able to put a goal on the board. 11th game of the season, 11th match of the season, and the Redhawks have now scored in 3 of them, all of them here at home. And that 1-0 deficit is now 1-1 as the Redhawks, with more offensive pressure than we've seen from them most of the season, are able to finally cash one in.
This team started out this game aggressive. We mentioned it, Ryan. We saw it. Justy Nelson making plays to start. Carson Bonensteel making plays to start. Everybody on the roster coming out aggressive. And even though Little Rock scored that first goal, SEMO has kept it going here. We're going to tie ball game, and we got a great soccer match ahead of us.
So we have another corner for the Trojans as we approach the 15-minute mark here with 15 minutes to go here in the first half. The 30-minute mark of the match. Goal kick for the Trojans. Centers. Headed away. Turner puts the ball in the center of the pitch. Kicked away by Kayla Kerner. And the Redhawks are able to clear. So a little more bounce in the step of the Redhawks as they are finally able to tie up a match. They played from behind so often this year. Justy Nelson in the midfield. Lays it off. Kretzer. There was a foul on the play. The referee says play on. Bonensteel out to Nelson. Nelson on the right wing. I believe looking for Houston, who has it. Tried to save it. It'll be Little Rock possession. Lexi Duarte checking in for the Trojans. Foul. It'll be a free kick for the Red Hawks. Fourth foul of the first half against the Trojans. SEMO centering pass, knocked away. Little Rock tries to save it, unable to, so it'll be another throw in for the Red Hawks. And it'll be Klinkhart who throws it in. Markovic unable to get ahead on it. Remains SEMO possession, and then the Red Hawks lose it. Back, the Trojans, again, both teams playing back and forth here. A one-timer in the middle of the pitch, but not connected. Looked like Zoe Houston tried the one-timer.
Looks like Houston was trying to do a little bit of what Centino did there for the Trojans, scoring from about 25 out. She got her foot on that nicely. It might have gone in the back of the net.
Earlier, I mistakenly said Silvestro with the goal for the Trojans. It was Jada Centino.
Centino with the goal for the Trojans. Hagen Miller with the goal for the Red Hawks.
Houston looking for some help in the center. Bonensteel drops it off. Looks like we're going to have a foul and a free kick for the Red Hawks in a very dangerous position. So 22 yards out. Nelson resets the offense for the Red Hawks. Cloud along the left wing. Looking to drop it off. Finds Kretzer. Kretzer gets the ball taken away. It'll remain Red Hawk ball. Cloud to throw it in. Centering pass looking for Baker. Red Hawks lose possession, and it's Schuler who clears it. Sends it all the way down the pitch, as Geisler's able to pick it up. So the Red Hawks been on the front foot here in the first half. They've had a lot of the action in the first half has been in the Trojan end of the field. Baker tries to run one down. It gets cleared away by Urban. And now we have an offsides against the Trojans. Just over 11 minutes to go here in the first half. Little Rock 1, SEMO 1. Kayla Kerner to send the ball back down the field for the Red Hawks. Schuler has a little bit of help in the middle of the pitch, but the ball gets knocked away. It'll remain Trojan ball. Nelson and Red Hawks try to start their offense. Markovic unable to get to the pass. So quick touches here by the Red Hawks as they try to move the ball up the pitch. Nelson finds Kretzer. Kretzer lays it off for Markovic. Markovic gets the ball taken away. Gets it back, loses it out of bounds. SEMO ball. And the crowd enjoying the action here at Houck Stadium. Under 10 to go here in the first half. SEMO 1, Trojans 1.
Kind of got a stacked out crowd here tonight in Cape Girardeau. Multiple different events going on tonight in the Houck Stadium. It's food truck night. It's also a scarf giveaway night. But more importantly, it's faculty support night. Shout out to all of our Southeast Missouri State Red Hawks faculty members.
Cloud centers it, knocked away. It'll be a goal kick for the Redhawks.
Now, if you're familiar with SEMO Sports, tonight is also Redhawks supporting Redhawks. So if you look in those stands and see your favorite SEMO athlete, go ahead and give them a call. Let them know you saw him on the broadcast.
It's also the Winter World Scarf giveaway tonight at Houck Stadium. All the fans attending get a commemorative SEMO scarf, compliments of Winter World of Cape Girardeau. Schuler gets the ball tipped off of Kayla Kerner, and the throw-in will be for the Trojans. Turner makes the turn, still with possession. Cloud able to knock it away, but the corner kick will be for the Trojans.
And what a game we are seeing so far from Emma Cloud, the defender. We've seen her all the way up in the forward possession of the field. She's throwing the ball in every time. Emma Cloud, a do-it-all type of player.
The senior transfer from Columbia College. Playing defense, but also being very aggressive on the offensive end, especially up that left side. Here's the corner. Headed away. It'll be off the Trojans. It'll be a goal kick for the Redhawks. Under 8 to go here in the first half. SEMO 1, Little Rock 1.
Both these teams tied up on shots and shots to goal. Little Rock and SEMO both have 3 shots each respectively. Also both 2 shots on goal. The only time where this game gets a little bit lopsided, the Trojans have 4 fouls as compared to SEMO's none. So it seems like the Trojans are out here playing real aggressively.
Melissa Kubin in the match for the Redhawks, who just checked in. The senior from Lake Zurich, Illinois. Cloud and Schuler. Schuler wins this one. The ref blows the whistle. Foul against Emma Cloud. It'll be a free kick for the Trojans in a dangerous spot. Maria Schuler, very dangerous out in space. You can see her and Cloud going at it.
And Schuler just got her body completely in front of Cloud, cut her off, so she had no other choice but to run her over. Veteran move there by Maria Schuler.
So Kretzer among the Redhawks here in the wall. See Justine Nelson in the middle there directing traffic. Turner with the free kick. Sends it in, sends a nice ball in, loose, still loose, cleared away by the Redhawks. Looked like Geisler was trying to get to it and she kept getting blocked away from it. Dangerous position there for the Redhawks, ball cleared away. And the Trojans were unable to get a shot on the net. But now the ball is centered again. Schuler gets it taken away. Kretzer to Nelson, to Bonensteel. Opposite side to Zoe Houston. Houston tries to start a break up the right side, but the Trojan defense is able to stop it. Cloud sends it down. A little too far for Kretzer. And cleared away by the Trojans. Nice back tap by Schuler. Finds Turner. Turner sprinting forward. Offside flag is up. And Emma Cloud takes a seat.
Maggie Turner had a big breakaway on that one. Just a little bit too far of a breakaway for the Trojans as they do get called offsides on that one. But Little Rock's working to get back. They've been playing a lot of offense here in these last 5 minutes. The ball has been on their side. The likes of Schuler, Kildare, and Turner all in on the front side of the field as the trainers are going to come out to look at Emma Cloud.
And as aggressive as the Redhawks have been offensively, they are leaving themselves a little vulnerable in the back on the back end. So those breaks are available for the Trojans if they can put a sustained offensive attack together.
Cloud is coming out. We saw Ali Saviano go in the game for the Redhawks.
Saviano, the sophomore from St. Charles, Illinois, coming in for Emma Cloud. So the Redhawks will key it in. Kayla Kerner to put her right foot into it as we approach the 5-minute mark here in the first half. SEMO 1, Little Rock 1. Trojans with the ball. Schuler now not being marked by Emma Cloud. Instead, it's Zoe Houston who's marking Schuler. Ball is sent out of bounds. Trojan ball.
SEMO obviously watched their film on the Trojans. They have been manning up Schuler, as you just mentioned. We don't want to throw any announcer's jinx out there, so I'm going to knock on some wood as I say this, but SEMO has done a great job at containing Schuler so far in this game.
Schuler puts a head on it, cleared away by Kerner. Emma Beatty throws the ball in for the Trojans.
Beatty from Winnipeg, Canada. Played her last soccer ball at Sturgeon Heights Collegiate. Now been at Little Rock for her whole career.
Kubin tries to center it, turns it over. Trojans give it right back to the Redhawks. Zoe Houston, who was playing along the right side most of the first half, now along the left side. Markovic has Kretzer with a nice run. Kretzer double team and unable to get the ball into the center of the pitch. Houston steals it back. Houston centering pass. Baker tried a little give and go there in the middle of the pitch, unable to make the connection.
And they definitely had it. You saw Houston saw it. She got open, just tipped by the defense. Great defense there by the Trojans.
Trojans with the breakaway. 3-on-2 break here. Nelson rushes back and slows the offensive assault by the Trojans. Schuler. Marked by Kerner. Schuler goes down. Markovic with the foul. It'll be a free kick for the Trojans as we're under the 3-minute mark here in the first half. So a very entertaining first half here at Houck Stadium as we are tied at 1 goal apiece. These two teams tied up, as we mentioned earlier, they tied the last 2 times they faced each other. So it was Markovic who came in to try to help Kayla Kerner out a little bit. That's going to be a free kick for the Trojans. Beatty to put a left foot into it. She sends it in right at Madison Geisler, who puts those 2 big mitts on the ball. So there wasn't any screening and nobody could get a head on it. Excellent ball, but Geisler saw it the entire way. Deflection there in the middle of the pitch. Kretzler finds Houston. Justine Nelson asking for it in the middle. She's not getting it. Houston tries to find Kretzler going on the left side. But it'll be Trojan ball with 1.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Coach Klein telling his defense to back it up. Ball is not out of bounds, but the Redhawks turn it back over as we approach the 1-minute mark here in the first half. Schuler gets free, centers, gets the ball knocked away by Kerner. Excellent play by Kayla Kerner.
1 minute remaining.
But at under a minute to go, it's the Trojans who remain in possession. Foul against the Trojans. It'll be a free kick for the Redhawks as we're under 30 seconds to go here in the first half. So Zoe Houston going to be the one who kicks it. She is going to take her time in going over there. It's the equivalent of a point guard taking the air out of a ball at the end of a basketball game. So the countdown begins to the end of the first half. I think the Redhawks would be very happy to be going into halftime with the score that we see right now on the scoreboard. So we've reached the half. It is Southeast Missouri State 1, Little Rock 1. You are watching Ohio Valley Conference Women's Soccer on ESPN+.
All right, fans, it's time for red light, green light with SEMO Elite FC. Players will dribble the ball from center field toward the goal when they hear green light. They must stop when they hear red light or will have to return to midfield. The first one to score a goal will be our winner. Are we ready? Take it away, Abby.
All right, we're getting our last few soccer balls and then we'll get started.
Change to ND. How's that look? Alright, we're leaving at that.
Green light.
More corners for Little Rock, 6-2. More shots on goal for Little Rock, 3-2. More shots, period. More offsides, meaning they were more forward, and more fouls by the Trojans than the Redhawks. So again, visually, it did look like SEMO was the more aggressive squad, but when you look at the stats, it looks like Little Rock was more aggressive in the numbers. First goal of the match came early on, and it was a goal from the Trojans.
First goal of the match, 9 minutes and 20 seconds in, and Jada Centeno lines up from 25 yards out, an absolute strike in the back of the net for Little Rock. What a start to this match was. I mean, any goal from 25 yards out is impressive, but this Centeno goal, it was interesting. It looked like it maybe went off the hands of Holly Rimmer, the goalie for SEMO. We saw some sunlight issues maybe in the back of the goal. Not sure exactly the full story, but nonetheless, Centeno did get on the board, not assisted for the Trojans.
Yeah, Holly Rimmer started in goal for the Redhawks, and from 25 yards out, Centeno put it right on her. It went off of her gloves, over her head, and into the back of the net. It made the score 1-0 Trojans. But the Redhawks, which something they have not done much this season, they were able to come back and tie this match up with a goal later in the first half.
Redhawks get their 7th goal of the season. Just before the 30th minute in the 28th, Haley Hagenmiller gets her first goal of the season. Hagenmiller, a transfer from Murray State, her first year here with SEMO, now gets on the board for the first time. Hagenmiller been playing good all year. She's got 4 assists. She's got 1 assist, She had 4 shots on this game coming into this match, and now she's got a goal added to her resume. So we haven't seen a goal in the last 20 minutes of play. First goals were both in the first 30 minutes. We saw straight defense in the end of the first half. It's going to be real interesting what we see coming out in the second half.
Kretzer and Emma Cloud with the assists on the Haley Hagenmiller goal. The header that she put into the back of the net tied this matchup at 1 as halftime continues here from Houck Stadium. Second half coming up momentarily. You are watching Ohio Valley Conference Women's Soccer right here on ESPN+. Welcome back. You are watching Ohio Valley Conference Women's Soccer here on ESPN+, live from Houck Stadium in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. It's the Little Rock Trojans versus the SEMO Redhawks, and we are tied at 1 here at halftime from Houck Stadium. I'm Ryan Tate, alongside of me, Kyler Messenger. And Kyler, we saw some of the stats early on prior to the break, and it really did look like offensively, it looked to me like SEMO was the more aggressor of the two squads, and yet analytically it certainly looked like Little Rock was able to be put more pressure on the Redhawks. So as the Redhawks go into the second half, what do you think they need to do to try to get this first win of the season, considering they are now 0-10 entering this matchup?
I mean, you saw the stats say that Little Rock's playing aggressive, but our eyes tell us that something's different going on. SEMO is playing fiery, and they're playing with some aggression. It's simple to say, but they just got to do it for the full 90. They need to keep that aggression up. This is Coach Klein's number one thing is offense. He is trying to get this team better on the offensive side of the ball. And Ryan, It's working today. As we mentioned, they're playing aggressive, and it really looks like they're the more aggressive team. I know Coach Klein is happy with this performance in the first half. They just need to build on that. Keep it going. Keep the aggressive touches going. In the first half of the match, we saw SEMO in under 3 minutes getting possession, getting a shot on goal in under 5 minutes of the match. SEMO had a great aggressive start, and then they finished the first half just as aggressive. They needed to do the same. They need to do the same here tonight.
The Trojans back onto the pitch. You and the rest of the team talked to both the coaches prior to this matchup. From what they told you and what their game plan was, how do you think each team is actually living up to those game plans?
Well, for Little Rock, Coach really, and this is Coach Farrell we're talking about, Coach Farrell really wanted this team to focus on playing a full match. So we're going to have to be TBD on that one, to be determined. We will get after you at the post game to see if this Little Rock team finishes this game. Now, for SEMO, they wanted to play fast and aggressive, and they are 100% doing that, Ryan. Their keys to the game is what they have been doing fantastically. Let's go ahead and just before this second half starts, take a look at the upcoming schedules for both these teams, see who they got after. For SEMO, the upcoming matches are at Southern Indiana this Sunday. Then, this following Sunday, they bring it back to Cape Girardeau. They play UT Martin, followed by Western Illinois, Eastern Illinois, and Southern Illinois. Lots of Illinois matchups here for SEMO coming up in the month of October.
And then taking a look at, that's a schedule that they're in the OVC. They started their OVC schedule earlier this week with a loss to Lindenwood, and now this first home OVC matchup of the season against the Trojans. So we're just a few minutes away from getting back into the second half here from Houck Stadium as the Red Hawks and the Trojans are back out onto the pitch, ready to start the second half.
Ryan, let's go ahead and take a look at the series history between these two teams. We mentioned it earlier. This is the 8th time that these teams are playing. They've been playing since 1999. Little Rock, a brand new OVC opponent, so SEMO's going to be playing them a lot.
The Red Hawks have a winning record against the Trojans. SEMO is 5-0-2. They have not lost to Little Rock in any of their matchups. The last two matchups have resulted in those two ties that you see at the end of that number. So it was the Red Hawks who won the first 5 matchups in this series before the last 2 of them being draws, 0-0 last season and 1-1 in 2023. First time they played, as Kyler said, 1999. The Red Hawks in their first season of women's soccer here at SEMO took a 1-0 victory in double overtime over Little Rock, and 2022 was the last time that the Red Hawks beat the Trojans. They beat them in Little Rock 2-1 in that matchup 3 years ago. So we see the Trojans back out onto the field. We see the officials back out onto the field, and here come the Red Hawks. It'll be the Trojans with possession to start the second half. Temperature-wise, much better here in Cape Girardeau than it has been at the start of this season. No need for water breaks halfway through each half. It's beautiful temperatures. Nice, beautiful night here in Cape Girardeau at Houck Stadium, and a great night for soccer as we are 1-1 going into the second half. Again, the Trojans with a 2-3-3 record on the season, and the Red Hawks looking for their first W. They are 0-10.
In the first half here, we saw SEMO split time between goalies. First 23 minutes went to the England hometowner, Holly Rimmer. The goalkeeper made 1 save and allowed 1 goal in the first 23 minutes. We did see her go down with an injury, and that brought in Madison Geisler, who's a perfect 1-for-1 right now with 1 save.
Yeah, Rimmer injured after she let in a soft goal in the first half, but then made a spectacular save, and she was injured making that save as she was helped off the pitch.
And we do have confirmation that Geisler is out there for the second half, starting this half for the Red Hawks. Over on the other side, it's the same woman that's been there all night, Peyton Urban, back in the goal for the Trojans.
So it's the Trojans going from right to left, and it'll be the Red Hawks now with possession. And the defense gives it back to Little Rock. Kerner is able to touch it out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Trojans. Clinkhart with the header. Sort of clears it out. And now it is cleared by the Red Hawk defense, only to be stopped at midfield. Geisler able to grab it, touch it back in. So it's Zoe Houston along the right side. She came in for Emma Cloud late in the first half. Baker to Nelson. Nelson thinking she had a little help from Markovic and to start a little aggression up the field, a little forward momentum. Instead, put it off the sidelines, and it'll be Little Rock ball.
Markovic, absolutely one of these aggression players that we've been talking about for SEMO. Has one of the fouls that SEMO has, one of the two that they've had in the first half. That doesn't just mean you're aggressive, though. She could have just got a foul. Let's talk about her stats on the season. 6 of 7 on shots and shots on goal. Markovic shooting 7 shots so far this season, and 6 of them being on target. Hasn't found the back of the net, but she's shooting 85% of her shots on goal so far this season. Markovic definitely a great player that this SEMO team found.
So in the first 2 minutes and 20 seconds here in the first half, the Redhawks unable to get the ball out of their end as the Trojans are keeping the pressure on the Red Hawk defense. Trojans kick the ball out of bounds. Red Hawk ball. Baker with the header. Nelson with the header. Pocket gets the ball taken away. But the Red Hawks will finally be able to start something offensively here in the second half. Nelson with the touch forward. Pocket to Baker. Some nice passing by the Red Hawks. Trying to have some sort of build up, but each time they try to build up, the ball gets knocked away. Kerner loses possession. Schuler gets taken down. No penalty, shot on goal. And it will be a goal kick for the Red Hawks. So Schuler went down in the box, but the referee said play on. Baker clears it off to the right side. Houston, left foot forward. Trying to find Hagenmiller, but unable to make the connection. So now it's the Trojans going back the other way. Stolen by Houston. Bone and Steel to Hagenmiller. Hagenmiller switches to the opposite side. Now it's the Trojans who are back the other way. Schuler gets the ball taken away. It'll be a corner kick, though, for the Trojans. So a lot of pressure put on by Schuler. Her speed and ball handling have really done well in putting pressure on the SEMO defense. And that was another instance where Redhawks just decided to clear the ball out.
Schuler absolutely making an impact to start this second half. The player to watch here for the Trojans, we saw SEMO put a mark on her in the first half. They were manning her up, looking like they were putting a specific matchup on her, something you don't always do. Only do that when there's a special player. And Schuler sure is one of those.
Corner. Grabbed nicely by Geisler. Strong goaltending by Geisler. And now she wants to start a break. And she does. Markovic. Or excuse me, it's Kayla Kerner who starts to break up the right side. Now she goes back to her defensive position.
See a little stoppage of play. So this seems like a good time to give a shout out to SEMO's Volleyball's Nina Schubert. Schubert just recently against UT Martin in their last game got 1,000 career digs. Schubert hit 1,000 career digs. Now something that these two teams got in common is they both have the co-defensive player of the week in the OVC for volleyball. Obviously we're watching soccer here, but Andrea Roman of Little Rock and Nina Schubert both sharing that defensive player of the week here in the OVC. So these teams matching up tonight, maybe getting along on the volleyball court for this week.
Plenty of great sports going on here in the OVC. Here in the fall, before we start getting ready for the winter sports, which have already started their practicing. Collision there near midfield. Ball knocked away. It'll be Trojan ball.
Justy Nelson and Jetney Cook of the Trojans both go on the ground for that one. Two very aggressive players. Cook, a defender for the Trojans, who's been making her presence be known all day, and Nelson makes her presence known all season for the Redhawks. Nice play there.
Some good pressure there by Laya Ahmet. So it'll be SEMO ball. Baker, as the Redhawks start to try to build up here, but they're unable to just make the easy passes. Looking for Houston on the outside. It's the easy passes sometimes that get away from the Redhawks. So they're unable to really try to sustain any build-up.
See Coach Klein and Coach Redford over there on the sideline talking to their squads.
Kildare with the throw-in. Nelson in midfield. Ahmed gets it taken away. So any kind of action here in the second half has been on the SEMO side of the field. Schuler, nice pass forward, but nobody's there with her.
Great through ball there by Maria Schuler.
It'll be a goal kick for the Redhawks. Yeah, it looked like she saw something there. She just didn't have her teammates follow through on that pass.
SEMO been playing with Kerner and Geisler or Rimmer, whoever's been back there in goal. With Kerner and her, whoever has been in goal. Not sure if it's going to be Kerner or Geisler who gets the kick. Looks like they try to play a little bit deception to the other team as Kerner gets that one.
So the Redhawks give the ball away again and then take it right back. Out of bounds, SEMO ball. Under 36 minutes to go here in the first and the second half. We are tied at 1. It's the Little Rock Trojans against the SEMO Redhawks. I'm Ryan Tate, alongside of me, Kyler Messenger. Again, the Redhawks winless, 0-10 on the season. Houston dropped it off. Slide tackle. Out of bounds, it'll be SEMO ball.
Yellow card given to the Little Rock Trojans on that penalty against Carson Bonensteel.
Yeah, Bonensteel went down, and that's the first yellow card I've actually seen in a few of the matches here at Houck Stadium so far this year. So the first yellow card of the match, and here's a replay of it. Bonensteel gets taken out over by the sidelines.
Great call by the referee. So Little Rock getting that yellow card. Over on the SEMO side, Maya Domian, if you've seen, Ryan, not in the game today, got a red card in that second half against Lindenwood, so can't participate.
Turner, off. We have offsides, it looks like, against the Trojans.
And you got two Trojans players trying to plead their case to the referee. You got Megan Rogan trying to get that yellow card back. You got Maggie Turner wondering how that was offsides.
So now we have the SEMO training staff coming out onto the field to attend to a Red Hawk. 34-27 to go here in the second half. It is SEMO 1, Little Rock 1. So it was Kayla Kerner who was on the pitch for the Redhawks as she is holding her head going off the pitch.
We're going to go ahead and take a look at the Little Rock upcoming schedule. We saw SEMO's got a bunch of Illinois teams coming, and so does Little Rock. They got to play SIUE first here this Sunday. Then the following Sunday, they got Southern Illinois, and they continue all OVC matchups. They play UT Martin, followed by Morehead State and Western Illinois. Hands them out of here. Thank you for those upcoming schedules that was presented by the Sun Belt Bakery.
So it's going to be Emma Cloud who was back in. She comes in for Kayla Kerner. And it's going to be Cloud who sends it and restarts this matchup here in the second half. To Houston. Back to Cloud.
At the end of the first half, we did see Emma Cloud go down.
Cloud with a nice pass forward to Baker. Baker, nutmeg, center, shot, save! Great save by Peyton Urban. Lays out with the left hand and stops a sure goal by the Redhawks.
Haley Hagenmiller with the foot on that one, looking for her second goal of the day. Not going to get it. The veteran Peyton Urban with a beautiful save.
Set up by Emily Baker, who did a nice job on the right side to set up that play and get the offense kind of moving and set up Hagenmiller. So out of bounds, it'll be Trojan ball.
Little Rock ball. This Trojan team is coached by Kelly Farrell in her fourth season with the squad, assisted by Alec Burgess in his first year.
Bone and steal. Good defense by the Trojans. Ball's going to be knocked away, and it'll be a goal kick for Little Rock.
Talking about Little Rock assistant first-year coach Alex Burgess, we got to talk about the background that this man brings to this team. The English man comes from England, 16 years of semi-professional coaching bringing to this squad. His first time coaching for Little Rock, the university, but he's been in Little Rock, Arkansas, coaching the semi-professional Rangers for the last few years, bringing them to a very successful few seasons. Now starts his collegiate college coaching career.
Schuler had an opening there, just was unable to get a pass from the right side. But Schuler had a nice run. So 32 and a half minutes to go here in the second half. We are tied at 1. Little Rock and SEMO. Most of the action here in the second half has been on the SEMO side of the pitch. Bone and steal outside to Houston, just pass a little too far. It's Schuler who gets the ball taken away by Justine Nelson.
Makes a sweet move to trick her defender and letting her keep that ball for a couple seconds longer.
But then the Redhawks unable to connect on their passes here in the second half.
Hagenmiller goes down on that one. We saw Emma Cloud in the first half go down with a little bit of an injury. Back now in the second half. A great addition for this Redhawks roster.
Melissa Kubin getting ready to check in for the Redhawks. So it'll be Houston to take the free kick for the Redhawks. Ball through, unable to make a connection, but the Redhawks keep it in Trojan territory until it's cleared by Little Rock. Now it looks like we may have a foul on the Trojans. It'll be a free kick for SEMO. So it's Nelson and Markovic next to the ball. Nelson. Ball cleared away. Markovic is able to track it down. She centers. Header. Hagenmiller tried to turn it. Redhawks regain possession. Bone and Steel to Houston. Houston looking for some help. Clears it all the way to the opposite side. Markovic centers. Ball knocked away and cleared by the Trojans. So we're 15 minutes here into the second half, and we are still tied at 1.
Seen a couple shots on goal from SEMO on this half as Kubin checks in. Looks like Hagenmiller was the one trotting out for that one.
Lexi Duarte also checking in for Little Rock.
SEMO adds another goal, or another shot, excuse me, on the goal. So is Little Rock, though, in this half, now sitting at 5 shots total and 3 on goal for the Trojans. Over on the SEMO side, 4 total shots, 3 of them being on goal.
And it was Melissa Kubin coming in for Haley Hagenmiller. Baker fighting for the ball at midfield. Trojans keep possession. Kildare, forward pass. Cleared away by the Redhawks. Maya Ahmed to Markovic. Knocked away. Elia Mott, who was the one who had the ball knocked away, along with Markovic. But it'll be a SEMO throw-in. Markovic was looking for Kubin, unable to make the connection, and it's going to be a fast break the other way by the Trojans, who get the ball knocked away. That'll remain Little Rock ball.
I mean, I got to mention it. Do you see how fast Justy Nelson is? She just tracked that ball. Looks like she ran 10 yards in like 0.2 of seconds. She looked like Frozone out there.
Kildare gets the ball taken away by Kubin, but it'll remain Little Rock ball. So both teams unable to sustain anything. Foul against Schuler. Both teams unable to really maintain and really keep the offense going, any sustained offense.
It really has been a back and forth game. The scoreboard clearly shows it. We don't have total possession time in here like we do in football and all that, but these teams have really been even. I would guess my prediction would be about 50-50 with possession times as Justy Nelson makes a push.
Nelson still on the right side, tries to turn the corner. Ball is going to still be in possession. Nelson with possession, looking for some help, gets knocked down, and the ball knocked out of bounds. It should be a corner for the Redhawks, and it is.
Nelson going down not once but twice on that play. And Ryan, I've said it before, I'll say it again. With Justy Nelson, it's not about how many times she gets knocked down. It's about how many times she's getting back up. She does it every time. What a tough player Nelson is.
Very aggressive, and she's going to be the one who sends this corner in.
SEMO getting only their 3rd corner of the game, their first one here of the second half.
Unable to put the ball on the net. Instead, it sails over the crossbar.
It's the second time we've seen that on a SEMO corner.
At least twice today, yep.
That ball gets away from the Trojans.
Yep.
Emily Baker slides.
Bowman Steele centering pass. Kubin sends it in, headed away by the Trojans. Nelson tries to trap it. She gets knocked down again, and it'll be actually a foul against Justine Nelson. She's the one who goes down. She's the one called for the foul. Trojan ball. Nelson sends it out of bounds. Trojans of Kildare to throw it in. Neither team with really a good look on goal here in the second half.
And if we're talking about looks on goal, to be completely honest, Little Rock hasn't gotten that possession in the really first 10 yards of the offense like SEMO has. We saw their only goal came from 25 yards out. They haven't been pressuring SEMO as much as SEMO has been pressuring Little Rock.
There's another long look from the Trojans, scooped up by Geisler. So 20 minutes into this second half, we are still tied at 1 here in the first home matchup of the season in the first home OVC matchup of the season for the Southeast Redhawks. Teams trade headers, Houston. Ball sent down the pitch. And the best look that Little Rock had ended up being saved by Holly Rimmer. It was their goal was a very soft one. Neither team really able to sustain any offensive momentum so far here in the second half. So Geisler sets the ball down for Emma Cloud.
Cloud's got an assist on the day, assisted that goal that went to Haley Hagenmiller earlier in the first half.
Schiller lays it off to Kildare. Kildare double teamed. And now the Trojans will just reset the offense. Trojans get the ball in the middle of the pitch, regain possession. Schuler tries to get on the right foot, unable to control it. Solid defense here by the Redhawks.
SEMO defense absolutely collapsing whoever gets the ball.
Centering look, ball's in the box in a dangerous position, but the Redhawks are able to clear it out.
We've been talking about the aggression that SEMO's been playing on the offense all day. Outstanding aggression on the defense on that one. You saw players diving just to stop that ball. That's the kind of buy-in, the kind of effort that you need if you're a Redhawk squad.
Centering look, headed away by the SEMO D. But the Redhawks unable to turn their offense, or their defense into offense. Kayla Kerner getting ready to check back in for the Redhawks. Remember, she went out earlier this half, grabbing her forehead. Schuler turns the corner, gets to the center of the pitch, puts a ball on net. Madison Geisler with the easy save.
Geisler makes her third one of the day. Fourth save of the day for SEMO. We saw Rimmer get her first one earlier of the day before she went out with an injury. We don't have an update on that one, but Geisler is the goalie to stay for the SEMO team.
Sent forward, Houston. Looks up, finds Cuban. Cuban gets the ball taken away. Urban had to use her feet to clear that one out. Out of bounds, it'll be Little Rock ball. So Rachel Kretzer, Kayla Kerner, and Riley Henderson getting ready to check in for the Redhawks. Schuler punches it forward, easily scooped up by Geisler.
When Henderson comes in, that'll be her first minutes of the match, making that SEMO's 15th player on the offense to bring in, 17th player of the game if you include Madison Geisler and Holly Rimmer.
Ball sent down. Hockett tried to control it, unable to trap it on that long kick forward. The Redhawks turn it over, and it's Little Rock ball. Markovic with the throw in. Looks like we're going to have our substitutions coming in now for the Redhawks.
For the Redhawks, in for the Redhawks, number 9, Kayla Kerner. Number 4, Rachel Kretzer.
So Henderson, Kretzer, and Kerner checking in for SEMO. Under 20 minutes to go here in the second half. We are tied at 1. Little Rock comes in with a 2-3-3 record. The Redhawks are 0-10, looking for their first point on the season.
Henderson, a freshman for this team, comes into this game most oftenly as a second-half sub. This is her 9th appearance so far this season, so appearing in almost all of their games here in the second half. Henderson, a viable freshman for this team.
Some fresh legs for the Redhawks. Houston tried to send it forward, got the ball tipped. Henderson mixing it up in midfield. Yellow card. It looks like it's a yellow card against Little Rock. That'll be the second booking of the match for the Trojans.
Congratulations, Mason, and thanks, students, for entering.
And the only player who was around there was Maria Schuler. Houston sends it forward. Hockett goes chasing after it. Redhawks looking for maybe a deflection or some sort of, I don't know, some sort of lucky bounce here on some of these passes forward.
That yellow card did end up going on Schuler. It was rewarded to Schuler for persistent infringement.
Another substitution here for the Redhawks. Ali Saviano checks into the game.
Let's talk about this aggression that we've seen all day from both of these sides, Ryan. We talked about how the stat sheet shows Little Rock playing more aggressive. And the yellow cards sure as heck do. They got 2 yellow cards as compared to SEMO's none. 8 fouls as compared to SEMO's 3.
Saviano into the match for Laya Amat.
As we've mentioned, though, SEMO on the pitch is playing quite aggressively. Some of the most aggressive football that we've seen from them all year.
Urban turns defense into offense for Little Rock. Schuler left wing. Kayla Kerner takes it, picks her pocket and takes it from her.
Impressive play for Kerner to take that from Maria Schuler.
Henderson gets it taken away from her. Action in the middle of the pitch, and now we have a foul against the Redhawks. And this one is just outside the box, so another dangerous free kick here for the Trojans as we are under 17 minutes to go in the second half, tied at 1.
Take a quick look at that foul. Looks like it was awarded to Skylar Kraft on that one.
Klinkhart was the one who was called for the foul. So a free kick here for the Trojans. On net, high and off the crossbar of the goal post. That was Jada Santino with that free kick. So she was the goal scorer on the game, and she scored from about 23 yards out in the first half. But that one was too high and over the crossbar.
Seems like Santino needs to just shoot all her shots from 25 yards out. That one sure looked good from 25.
It was a very solid kick. She just had it too high, didn't put it on the net. Redhawks again unable to keep the ball offensively. Schuler almost is able to get it, but good defense there by the Redhawks. .5 minutes to go here in the second half. Still tied at 1. Pretzler sends it forward. Stolen away by the Trojans. Nahoon gets the ball tapped away. Kildare throws it in. Santino touches it back. But the Trojans still have possession. SEMO defense sagging back. Schuler with the run. Kayla Kerner with nice defense. And it's swallowed up by Geisler. Under 15 to go here in the second half. So most of the pressure here in the second half has been on the SEMO defense. Once again, they give up possession. Santino, nice little tap forward. Schuler gets in there. We have play on, no foul called. It'll be Red Hawk ball. And a little bit of an offensive buildup here for the Red Hawks. Nelson able to tap it away, but gets the ball stolen. No foul. She goes down, and we're going back the other way. Santino. On goal, Geisler scoops it up. Another long shot on goal for the Trojans, and another easy save by Geisler.
She's comfortable from shooting it far. She really is. We've seen her do it multiple times here. Her penalty kick almost went in. If she was a couple steps back, it would have gone in. Santino, 2 goals on the season, almost added a third one on that one, but Geisler got her 4th save of the match. Wasn't going to let that one happen.
Kildare left side, lays it off to Schuler. Schuler with her head up, traps it off to Santino. Here's another offensive buildup for the Trojans. Centering. Geisler's eyeball and the ball goes up and over the crossbar. Goal kick, SEMO.
That one was sent out by Jetney Cook just too far, but we're seeing the Trojans start to play some offense here. Trojans really pushing that ball, dominating possession in these last couple minutes. SEMO's going to have to bring that aggression right back.
So Madison Geisler in goal for the Redhawks. Again, if you're just joining us, she did not start the game in goal for the Redhawks. Holly Remmer did, gave up a soft goal early in the first half, then made a spectacular save and was injured making that save. So that brought Geisler into the game.
Emma Cloud.
Kayla Kerner to send it down the pitch. The clock has stopped with just over 13.5 minutes to go here in the second half. SEMO 1, Little Rock 1. Kerner sends it to the midfield. Redhawks lose possession. Again, time of possession in the second half dominated by the Trojans, but we are still tied at 1. Kerner sends it down the pitch.
You see why they let her take those goal kicks. I mean, she has got a leg.
Offensive possession for the Trojans. Stalled by a bad pass. One of the problems that SEMO has had in this game is not connecting on their passes. But here's a turnover in the Trojan end, and the Redhawks turn it right back over. Kerner takes away from Schuler. Triggers the offense. Another turnover by the Redhawks. Santino looking for Schuler. Kayla Kerner knocks it away. So it's Kayla Kerner's job to shadow Maria Schuler, and she's doing a great job of it so far. Kerner knocks it out of bounds, willing to give up possession here and let the throw-in go to the Trojans. Where are we on shots on goal and shots for the game, Kyler?
Yeah, so SEMO is at 4 shots still. The last time I gave you the stat run, they were at 4 shots. SEMO has turned the aggression down just a little bit, still at 3 shots on goal. Over at the Little Rock side, Ryan, the last time we talked about shots, they were at 5. Now at 9. They have totaled 4 since we last talked. Little Rock at 9 total shots, 6 shots on goal. We're still at a tie game, though.
And now we're going to have another yellow card against the Trojans. That was an easy one. Melissa Kubin goes down, and then the tug of the shirt makes for an easy call by the official. 3rd yellow card of the match. And here's a look at it.
Full arm extension from Little Rock on that one. Difficult for the referee to let that one slide when you see the whole jersey get yanked.
0 chance. That is a penalty in every sport. So the Redhawks with possession in Little Rock territory, in Little Rock's side of the pitch, but they are not able to keep possession of it as the Redhawks turn it over again. But it's the Trojans who give the ball back. Quick throw in by the Redhawks. But the Redhawks turn it over. Geisler scoops it up. 10.5 to go here in the second half, still tied at 1. Trojan goes down, and that will be the first booking of the day against the Redhawks. So a yellow card against SEMO.
And in the same minute as the Little Rock Trojans get their yellow card, looks like they had the yellow card. The 4th one of the game, going to be awarded to Ali Saviano.
Yep. So she comes out. Justine Nelson comes back in, as does Emily Baker and Haley Hagenmiller. So 3 yellow cards against the Trojans, 1 against the Redhawks. Under 10 to go. Centering pass. Header by Schuler. Gobbled up by Geisler.
For those yellow cards, we saw one go in the first half. Here in the second half, it started with Maria Schuler for Little Rock getting an infringement call in the 70th minute. Then Little Rock again here in the 78th minute getting that yellow card for infringement again by Emily Nahoon. And then SEMO gets it in the exact same minute. Ali Saviano for infringement as well.
Trojans turn the ball over. Redhawks give it right back. So some pressure in the midfield by the SEMO defense. Plenty of shots on goal by the Trojans here in the second half, just none of them with any power behind it, and if they were, none of them that actually were on the net. So there's Justin Nelson checking back into the game, as well as Emily Baker.
And number 12.
Take a quick goalie matchup look. Madison Geisler's got 5 saves in 55 minutes, and in 79 minutes, Peyton Urban's got 2 saves.
Another throw in for the Trojans. Schuler steals it back, keeps possession in the midfield, keeps it away from Kubin. Schuler on the net, ball is knocked over the crossbar by Geisler. That one looked like she was trying, I couldn't quite tell if she was trying to catch it and it bounced off of her gloves, or if she just decided to send it over the crossbar. Either way, it's now a corner kick for the Trojans. Here's that 25-yard shot, and it just looked like maybe Geisler was trying to knock it in front of her. Instead, it went over the crossbar. Kildare centering pass, knocked away by the SEMO Red Hawk defense. Ball still loose. Another shot on goal, blocked by Kerner, and that one looked like it hurt.
Emily Baker just going to clear that ball out on that shot by Maria Schuler. To be completely honest, it looked like Schuler caught Geisler off guard. Schuler was about 35 yards from that one, shooting that one from dang near mid-court and almost knocks it in. If Schuler didn't get, or excuse me, if Geisler didn't get a hand on that one, that ball was going in.
Bonesteel drops it off to Hagenmiller. Ball is knocked out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Red Hawks, under 8 minutes to go. Another substitution. Emma Cloud checks into the match for the Red Hawks. So it's Baker and Kubin in the middle of the pitch for the Red Hawks. That's who they're looking for. All knocked away by the Trojan defense. Cloud finds Baker. Baker gets the ball headed away. Cloud sends it in on the net. Easy save for Urban. Skylar Kraft also checked into the game for the Red Hawks. Solid defense by Kerner. She steals the ball away and just kicks it out of bounds.
Looks like Markovic on that one, who hit that out of bounds.
Yep, Markovic.
Wanted to bring that up. Markovic, one of the few SEMO players who has played the entire game here tonight. Markovic, Zoe Houston, and Olivia Klinkhart have all played the entire match tonight. Over on the Little Rock side, we got a couple more players who have played the entire match, that being Jetney Cook, Maria Schuler, Emily Nahoon, Candace Kildare, and Maggie Turner.
Kraft sent it out. But the Trojans regain possession. Baker, solid defense. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Kubin had it taken away from her, but it was kicked out of bounds by the Trojans. So it'll be SEMO ball with 6 minutes to go here in the second half. We are tied at 1.
Ryan, we've mentioned it a couple times here today. These two teams played twice in the last 2 years, tied both of those times. We got a tie leading into the last 6 minutes of this match. Let's see what these two teams are built for.
In the 7 lifetime matchups between these two schools, the Red Hawks have never lost. They are 5-0-2 against Little Rock. But coming into this game, the Red Hawks are 0-10 on the season. Ball forward, looking for Cuban. Ball's out of bounds, and it'll be Little Rock ball. 5.5 to go.
One way or another, a streak will be broken tonight. It just depends on which one that is.
Schuler gets knocked down, but the ball will remain with Little Rock. Nice steal by Houston, but it went out of bounds. Kenner sends it forward. Baker needs a little help. Knocked out of bounds by Little Rock. It'll be SEMO ball. So it's a SEMO throw-in. Baker finds a streaking Nelson. Nelson with, not Bonensteel with the turn. But send it right to the side of the net.
Emily Baker was trying to hurry that play up, took the ball out of bounds, and Bonensteel with a great cut. Baker with a nice throw, found her moving, just couldn't get the end result that they wanted. It's going to be a goal kick for Peyton Urban.
It looks like they're going to call it a corner now for Urban. Tried to get the play in quickly with a goal kick. The referee stopped the clock and discussed it with the side official, who said it is a corner kick. So the Red Hawks have a corner.
Looks like Emily Baker's running over there to take that one for SEMO as they look to line up for a corner kick.
One of the best opportunities in the second half for the Red Hawks. Baker sends it in. Header on net. It's cleared away by the Trojans. Redhawks unable to keep it in Little Rock territory, and now it's back in there again. So Melissa Cuban on the right side. Found Bonensteel, tried to give it back to Cuban. Just unable to make a connection. And now we have a collision at midfield. It's going to be a foul against the Redhawks.
Looks like Skylar Kraft came in on that one, jumping high and maybe just a little bit too far forward into the Trojan midfielder.
Yeah, Schuler took the brunt of that one. Clock continues to move. 3.5 minutes to go here in the second half. SEMO 1, Little Rock 1. Long shot sent in. Geisler able to grab it. Trojans played a lot of close games so far this season. They've got 3 ties on their schedule. The Redhawks, no ties yet and no wins. They're under 3 minutes away from a point. Justine Nelson cuts back inside. Nelson lays it off to Baker. Baker centering. And we have a SEMO player down. It looks like with possible offsides. Can't quite see the official stuck in the corner, but it was probably an offsides against the Redhawks. Last few minutes, most of the action has been played on the Little Rock side of the pitch. Kerner sends it back to Geisler, who sends it to the midfield. Nelson stuck her head on it. Markovic to Cloud. See if SEMO can have a little bit of an offensive build-up here. Cuban along the right side, unable to make the connection. Under 2 minutes to go here in the second half. Kerner in a sprint with Schuler. Geisler is able to boot it away before either one of them gets to the ball. Cleared away by the Red Hawk defense.
Talked about this Little Rock team having 3 ties. They've got those 3 ties in 3 of their last 4. Their last 4 have either been ties or losses. Little Rock hoping to get in the win column here.
Kildare punches it ahead. Ball loose in the midfield. 1 minute to go here in the second half.
Cuban with the
Cuban lays it off to Baker. Baker with a run. 45 seconds to go. Baker with a run. Lays it off. It's going to be an offsides against the Red Hawks.
Bone and Steel does knock that one in if it counted, but
It does not. Bone and Steel was well offsides on that play. Here's your replay. There was nobody. Bone and Steel finished the play off, but she was way offsides.
Nonetheless, good practice, good finish. At least she knocked that one in. And good shot by Bone and Steel. Doesn't go on the scoreboard, though. We're still tied with under a minute to go.
1 minute remaining. 1 minute remaining.
Sorry for the technical difficulties. 20 seconds left. Little Rock looks like they're going to have the last possession here in this match. Ball centered. Kildare, left foot, does not get through. Cloud blocks it. Baker kicks it away. Under 10. You might have one more shot from the Trojans. Ball booted away. Cleared, and there's the buzzer.
A little bit of extra time.
Is the clock is still going. Now it's scooped up by Geisler. She clears it down. I don't know how much time is actually left, but there is time left on the clock.
The clock is ticking.
And that will actually do it. So there's your final score. The Red Hawks get on the board. It's not a win, but at least they get a point. It's SEMO 1, Little Rock 1. And it was a second half where, Tyler, there were no goals scored, but it was a very entertaining second half.
Absolutely an entertaining second half.
WSoccer and the official realtor of SEMO Athletics.
Again, sorry for the technical difficulties. Sorry for the technical difficulties as we have a final score of SEMO 1 and Little Rock 1. So for all of our crew here at Southeast Missouri State University and for Kyler Messenger, I'm Ryan Tate saying so long from Houck Stadium, where your final score is SEMO 1, Little Rock 1. All games airing on ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.